Language Notes. Topic 4. U.S. Wedding Customs. Part 3. Once the vows have been said, the rings have been exchanged, the person officiating says, "You may now kiss your bride." There's the kiss, pictures are taken, and then the words, "May I now present Mr. and Mrs. Lebedev." All the guests clap, and then the couple proceeds out. They go down the aisle and exit, but they don't leave that place yet. What forms at the end is a receiving line, and so all the guests go to greet and congratulate the couple, and with them stand their parents and the wedding party. As the couple leaves, it's tradition for people to throw rice. The throwing of the rice can symbolize fertility in some people's opinions, but it is a tradition to throw rice. This could happen at the church or at the place where the ceremony is taking place. The throwing of rice might take place even later at the wedding reception. So after the wedding ceremony comes the wedding reception, the big celebration where there's a meal and dancing, lots of celebration. The couple generally go in a car by themselves. Could be a fancy car or a limousine, and they drive in that car to the reception. The car is often decorated with flowers and ribbons, and it's customary for there to be a sign in the back saying, "Just married." In the U.S., wedding receptions are full of tradition. The couple chooses the customs that are most important to them and their families. At the wedding reception, all the guests arrive and they wait. Then, the newlyweds enter. Everyone claps and the reception begins. There is a large wedding dinner. And of course, there's a wedding cake, which can cost hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars. When it's time to cut the cake, the couple cuts together, holding the knife together. Then they feed each other a piece, a small piece or a large piece, with their hands. At the reception, there are also lots of toasts. Toasts are speeches made to the couple. Generally, they are made with champagne or wine, and the way to get everyone's attention and let them know that a toast is going to be made is by clinking on the glass. There's also the custom of clicking or clinking many times, and that's a signal to the newlyweds that the guests want them to kiss. Now, the very first toast at the reception is always given by the best man. The best man knows this is his biggest job. He prepares the speech, he rehearses the speech. Other people can also give toasts. They're not required, but they're welcome to. Traditionally, if there's more than one toast, it will be from the father of the bride, the father of the groom, maybe the maid of honor. You can't have a celebration without dancing. At the reception, the first dance is for the bride and groom. That first dance could be a waltz or just a slow dance. The music is the choice of the bride and the groom. Also, it's customary to have a father-daughter dance. Again, it's usually a waltz or a slow dance, but if you look online, you'll see some other traditions coming about. Sometimes fathers and daughters rehearse a funny dance and they perform it for the guests. In any case, it's a dance for the father of the bride. It's their sort of last dance together because he's giving his daughter to the groom now. Some people choose to have a bridal dance. My mother's side of the family is of Polish descent, and in that side of the family, weddings always have a bridal dance. It's a lively polka, and all the guests line up, men, women, children, and they take turns dancing with the bride. and then they give her money, or they put money in a bag. So the bridal dance can also be known as the money dance. It's very fun. Before the end of the reception, there are two important customs that almost always take place in an American wedding. First, there's the tossing of the bouquet. And note we have two pronunciations, bouquet, bouquet. The bride turns her back to all the single women and she tosses her bouquet over her shoulder. The unmarried woman who catches the bouquet is believed to be the next one to get married. The men have their fun too. Under the wedding gown, the bride wears a garter around her knee. It's like a ribbon. Traditionally, a garter holds up a sock or a stocking, but in the US today, a bride simply wears this elastic, pretty ribbon around her leg, just above the knee. And she sits in a chair, and her groom reaches up and takes the garter, and then he stands and throws it to the unmarried men. So the bachelor who catches the garter is also believed to be the next one who will get married.
I should note that many American brides choose to wear a blue garter. There's a tradition for a bride to wear something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Some also choose to place a penny or dime in one shoe, and that's all for good luck.
The very last custom I'll tell you about is the honeymoon. The honeymoon is the trip that the couple takes immediately after the reception. It could be a weekend, it could be a week, could be longer. In the US, many think of warm destinations like Hawaii for their honeymoon. Another tradition that takes place on the honeymoon is when the couple arrives at their hotel room or at their home, wherever they're going to spend their first night as a married couple, the man lifts the woman up in his arms and he carries her over the threshold, meaning through the doorway. It's a wonderful tradition. Now, today there are so many more traditions coming about. And like my own marriage, there are many ceremonies that blend customs from different cultures. My own wedding had a mix of American and Russian customs. For example, in the Russian church, there was no aisle, so my father could not walk me down. Instead, he escorted me to the church and presented me there to my husband-to-be. And then later at our reception, my mother-in-law met us with the traditional bread and salt and drink. I also will never forget the custom where somebody stole my shoe and then they drank vodka out of it. That surprised me. In any case, I had lots of special memories from that very special day. And I hope you will enjoy talking about weddings now that you have more words to do that. So thank you for watching this lesson. Happy studies!
That's the end of our lesson. Because you've been so kind to give me your attention for all 3 parts, I'd like to thank you in a special way. I'll share a photo from my special day as a bride so long ago. This was taken on my way to the church. For those of you who know Moscow, I got married in the church near Sokolniki Park. Do you want to learn more? Watch videos online. You can search using these keywords. Weddings come up very often in American TV shows and movies. Now you're in a better position to understand what's going on and what people are talking about. Enjoy! Please visit my website today at www.englishwithjennifer.com. You'll find study tips, interactive exercises, including exercises to review all the parts of this lesson. You also find vocabulary videos and more.